If you're a new commuter or a seasoned pro looking to get some extra kit to make life a little bit easier, this is the video for you. So we're going to kick this off with rider comfort and warmth, something that's very important, especially in the UK when it gets a bit colder. You can go for something that is just warm in itself, that being like a Knox Union quilt to go in between as your mid layer, over or underneath your jacket even, to keep you nice and warm. Or if you want to get a little bit warmer and have something that's electrified, not you, but something that will heat your body up, you can go for like something such as the Keis J601 Ultraflex. This went from Keis, it's super flexible, it's a lot more forgiving than that of the previous designs. So how that works is you can wire it straight into your bike, or you can charge it off of a battery pack that can be stowed away in one of its pockets. Now, there's other brands in the market as well that have kind of gone into the realm of heated apparel. So you've got the guys such as Macna as an alternative option, as well as the Merlin Thermal Volt jacket, which is also another option for you as well. In terms of other heated things that you can wear, you can go for heated gloves, such as that from the likes of Macna, Merlin and Keis, and they work in the same sort of way. They can either be operated by a battery pack that lasts a couple of hours, so if your commute's shorter, you can go for something like that, or you can hardwire it into the bike while connecting it to the existing jacket or even without. So it's down to personal preference, but definitely something you should be looking into if you're thinking of riding throughout the winter. Another thing to do with the comfort is obviously being able to see. So something like the Visordry system here, it's a little spray bottle that you spray on top of your visor to stop any water droplets literally sitting on your visor. It's super useful when it is wet and sodden out there. Just remember not to wipe it off with a set of gloves.
So as a daily bike commuter myself, I thought I'd run you through some of the things that I've picked and choose that I use daily, and some things that I don't use that I'd highly recommend actually. So we'll start off with something simple, the quad lock system. You might have heard of it already, but if you haven't, so this is their phone mount solution that I've been in the industry for a while now. It's really, really good stuff. It's durable, long lasting, and really handy to have your phone on your bike, which, let's be honest, Google Maps, Apple Maps are all really good nowadays. So if you want to use what you've already got, this is the way to use it. If you want to keep the life of your phone going, their wireless charger is also really handy as well. And if you want something that's probably a little bit more versatile, they also do a standard USB charger as well. Really good for keeping your other devices like Cardos or whatever you've got going on charged. Really handy to have that. Speaking of Cardos, I use a PackTalk Edge literally every day. It's a fantastic piece of kit if you want the latest and greatest when it comes to intercoms, being able to use mesh, speak to as many riders as you want, really good sound quality. You don't have to spend that much though. You can go with something like the Rider intercom. This runs at around about £60 or so. A really simple, cheap unit that gets you into that sort of intercom space to be able to listen to your music and take phone calls nice and easy for the money. If you want to sort of step it up from that, you can go with something like Interphone's RideSync. So this is like basically Apple Maps or Android Auto built in to your bike essentially as a nice little display. Again, mirrors your phone and what you want to do. So maps, you can see your messages, all your notifications that you might want to see out on the road, it's that. You can even go one step up from that and go with the Chigee system. You might well have heard of Chigee, but this is their all-in-one solution to give you sort of smart connectivity like you get in modern cars nowadays on your bike. So it does all of your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, that sort of thing, but you can expand it up to have cameras front and rear. You can have all sorts of stuff with it, tyre pressure monitoring, everything you could possibly want in terms of an all-in-one system for your bike for connectivity. It's all there. So the world is your oyster.
So now we're going to be talking about tools and maintenance, the essentials of your motorcycling endeavours. Now, first off, we're going to talk about something that's a really quick and easy thing to use when you're out and about. Say you've just got to work and your visor is absolutely caked in bugs. Now, nice little thing to carry with you, fits in your pocket nice and easy. S100 visor and helmet cleaner. You can use these a good couple times before they go off, and they're really, really effective, really good at taking off those kind of resistant grimes and stains and all that kind of horrible stuff. Next, for something more inclined to your actual motorcycle itself, we have the S100 waterless cleaner. This is absolutely great for those horrible winter evenings when it's dark and gloomy and everyone's sad and it's dark at 4 o'clock and everything sucks and anyway, so this is absolutely great for getting off that horrible muck and grime that tends to come up off the road in winter. It takes it off really quick and easy. You just squirt it on, leave it for about kind of 5 minutes, wipe it straight off. It all comes off and looks good as new. Side note, once they start salting the roads, a really good option is actually Muck-Off's new cordless power washer. It's really good for those of you that might be in a block of garages, or you store your bike somewhere that doesn't have power to it. You can simply wheel it out, blast off all that awful salt and grime that rusts up your bike, and get it done nice and easy. So next up, we've got the Oxford Toolkit Pro. Pretty self-explanatory. Bikes always need maintenance. Sometimes they need it on the fly. This little case has all the kind of essential tools that you need, and it normally fits pretty well under most motorcycles. There are some other brands that offer the same kind of similar option that might fit better, or alternatively backpacks, pannier stuff that we've talked about already. It comes with all of your kind of essentials, adjustable spanner for the most kind of adaptive use, your pliers, basic Allen keys, things like that. So for those of you that have motorcycles that might have a bit more specific needs, this actually comes with almost elasticated bungees, which allow you to fit a wide array of different tools into it. So say you have an American motorcycle where it's measured in 3 eagles per lesser imperial mile or whatever, you can also switch out the tools for that as well. So finally on our list, we have portable tyre inflators. Here I've got the Rider tyre inflator. There's not too much to say about these. They're super simple bits of kit. And this one's USB-C chargeable. It does everything you need to do. It pumps your tyres up. There are some other options on the market, like the Rocket one, which also double as a portable battery bank. But at the end of the day, all you want it for is its primary function. I'm sure you'll find one that does whatever you need and want it to do.
So another thing to bear in mind on your daily commute is security. We all know you sometimes have to park your bike in less than ideal conditions, but we've got a few options that will help you out with that. We'll start off small with the Hiplok Z-Lock combo. You're thinking, this is not going to protect my bike. Well, no, you're absolutely right, but this is for your helmet. If you're one of those ones that doesn't particularly want to carry your helmet around with you and know it can be a bit of a burden, you might not have somewhere proper to put it in the office, something like this is really handy. You can secure your helmet to your bike, you know it's in good stead. With this, you know, it's a steel core construction, nice and easy to keep your helmet safe. That's that. Stepping it up from there, you've got this beauty that's brand new, is the Hiplok MD1000. You've probably heard of Hiplok already and their anti-angle grind security options, but this is now all of that technology that they've come up with baked into a tiny little disc lock, which is really handy to keep in a bag while you're out and about to keep your bike secure. If the Hiplok stuff is potentially a little bit too expensive for you, is a little bit pricey, there is another option, and this is my personal lock of choice that I use on a daily basis. This is the Kovix KNX10, which has got the loudest available disc lock alarm on the market, 120 decibels, and boy is it loud. Do not arm it inside. Everyone in the house is going to know about it, but it is a really, really smart piece of kit. Battery lasts about a year or so. They're nothing like proprietary, so they're CR123 batteries, easy enough to get hold of, but a really strong security option that isn't quite as heavy as some of the other options out there, but easy to keep in a bag, nice and easy to get at. So it's a little bit more of a budget-friendly option. Thoroughly recommend. Moving up from that though, we'll go with the Mac Daddy from Hiplok, which is the DX1000. You've probably already heard of this one. It's been doing the rounds for a little while now, but this is the premier solution when it comes to keeping your bike protected and safe in chunky places. Trust me, it's really, really good piece of kit. Moving on from that, if you can't quite see your bike from a distance, the Monimoto 9 comes into play. This is their premium tracker option. So again, if you're in the office or something, your bike's parked far away, you can't hear your disc lock alarm or whatever it might be, this, you know, is keeping an eye on your bike at all times. You can check its location, it sends you notifications. If it moves or it disappears for some reason, you can keep an eye on it from a distance. So there are a few options for you on the security front.
So next on the list is a must-have for any of you commuters out there, and that is luggage. Now, if you live in the sunny UK, you need something that's waterproof. How else are your office essentials, something like your laptop or any sort of tablet or anything like that, going to get to the office safely? There's 2 main options for luggage, and that's something that's strapped to you or something that's strapped to the bike. Now, for those more inclined for something of the backpack variety, I would recommend the Kriega R30. This comes with a 20-litre waterproof main compartment and 2 external non-waterproof 5-litre compartments. This has been my daily use bag for probably going on about 2 years now, and I absolutely love it. The waterproof liner on the inside is fully removable, as well as being able to separate the main compartment into 2 different pockets instead, so you can put your dirty stuff and your clean stuff separately if you're going on a trip. So in terms of construction, the bag itself is made out of Cordura, ripstop, all of your well-known highly abrasion resistant materials. In terms of the straps themselves, you get Kriega's famous quad lock system. This is absolutely amazing. I've taken this bag on multiple trips, doing 4, 5, 6 hour motorway trips with the bag absolutely packed to the gills. And these buckles have held up amazingly. I've had no sort of shoulder or backache, just legs where my bike keeps them up way too high for me. Moving on to something that's more inclined for those of you that use bike attached luggage, we've got the US 10. Now this is a 10-litre bag that attaches to the rear of your motorcycle, or the tank if you buy a tank converter, which is sold separately. This comes in a 5, 10, 20 and 30-litre capacity. The 10 is probably the most common. That's normally enough to fit a laptop, your lunch, maybe a spare change of clothes if you're going to the gym afterwards, something like that. Not that I would know, but it's a really, really good option for that. Again, it's made out of all the very similar materials as the R30. You get your Cordura, your ripstop, all those kind of abrasion resistant materials you come to expect. And it comes with the fitting kit included in the box, which can also be sold separately if you do change your bikes further down the road. So for those of you that are more inclined to something of the hard luggage variety, Oxford have an absolute plethora of top boxes, hard panniers, anything from 12 to 50 litres. Obviously they offer a bit more protection for the stuff you're carrying. They come with a wide array of different plates for different bikes. For those of you that want a bit of a combination of both, they don't necessarily want something that's hard luggage, but they also don't want something that attaches to you. Kriega do a really nice soft pannier set. Thank you. So this is the OS22, a soft pannier from Kriega. It's made out of all the classic materials I previously mentioned. Roll top waterproof, 22 litres, not much to say to it. It's a great bit of kit. Get this back now.
So hopefully you've enjoyed our overview of all of these commuting bits and bobs, which would be really handy on your daily run. If there's anything you think we've missed or anything that you guys think would be a good option for other commuters, feel free to drop it down in the comments, because it's always really handy to share that knowledge to other people. But these are just some of our top picks. We look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.